CoinShop chaos today. Gonna let you folks know what happened at the shop. I was not there all day. Want to make that perfectly clear. I was in and out all day. So that is what I can tell you there to start off the video. Please, the thumbs up. I'm telling you, if you hit the thumbs up, YouTube sends this out to more and more people. More and more people will find me. More and more people will then shop at channel sponsor Pinbacks. Therefore, the giveaways will get bigger. That will help the channel grow. That will help with the giveaways. So please, I need everybody to tap that like button. Please share the videos out. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Make sure you hit that all bell so you don't miss out on the next giveaway. Let's get into the video right now. This morning started out a little slow. I went in there first thing this morning. It was a little slow, so I was like, if you guys need me, I'll take off. So, throughout the day, I reported on the 4th of July video, the first video of the day. I reported on. Customers was coming in, well, not the July 4th day, I apologize. The night before, I reported on customer was doing a casino night. And people did very, very well there. You know, some of these people came in and got some silver today. A lot of them came in this afternoon. And they got a lot of, some people got 90% silver, some people got 1 ounce bars, some people got a mix and match. We had 10 ounces of platinum in stock. Platinum Eagles this time. We had a couple platinum bars. A couple of those people bought platinum Eagles. We had 10, we're down to 5 now. Platinum is making a move. Don't know what it is. Alright? Be careful when you're buying online with a so-called sale. I've seen it already, my friends. Another company I talked about on every single week in the 90% silver market watch report. I'm not going to name that other company. They just had a sale for $100 off. Pinbacks was beating their price with that same platinum random round platinum coin price. They were beating them by a good amount too. Even though this other company had a sale. I will warn again, if you see a sale, you better check out Pinbacks, because they will have probably beaten them out already. Trust me on that one. Not all the time. Sometimes. So getting back to the story. People are interested in silver and gold and platinum right now. Waking up more people. This is how we wake up people. You know, it don't have to be a casino night type of style gaming. Okay, it don't have to be a lot. You know, these people were kind of well off. All right, I'll put it that way. I don't want to say super rich, but quite well off. I think most of these people were. And you don't have to be super rich or quite well off to stack silver, gold, or platinum. You got to do it a little bit at a time. That is how I've done it. I've shown you over and over and over again how I stacked. Go back and watch my videos, if you know. You will see that I have shown. Look what I picked up, 2 quarters. Yeah, they come from eBay sometimes. Sometimes they come from the coin shop that I work for. That's how I stack. That's how my stack has grown. It does not happen all at once, and it don't matter how much money you have. I would not recommend to anybody just starting out. I don't care if you have $1 million trillion. You get what I mean. I know that didn't sound right, but you get what I'm saying. I don't care if you have $1 million you want to put into silver and gold. I would never recommend somebody dumping a lot of money like that and doing it all at one time. You got to cost average your stack. You got to take advantage of the dips. We're not seeing a lot of big dips. But even if it is just 20-cent, 30-cent dip, you get a little bit now. You get a little bit later. You see a 40-cent dip. You see a 30-cent dip. Your cost averaging. So I'm trying to explain to this one woman about cost average. She wanted to come in and spend about $6,000 today. She gave me the business card back. I said, well, you keep the business card. I know where you came from. She told me where she came from. We appreciate the sale. I said, you don't need to spend it all at one time. I said, I don't know where we're going to be Sunday night. I said, the market will reopen Sunday night. I said, why don't you spend $2,000 today, wait to see what it does next week. I said, it could go higher. Yes. Everybody thinks when they first come in, it's going to go a lot higher. It's going to go all crazy higher. Well, it could. But we know the metal market don't work quite like that all the time. We've seen dips. We've seen a big threshold of 35, 36 for about 3 weeks. We're in $37 silver territory range once again. It is not that far off. It can't go back to the 36. It's not that far off. We can't slip back to the high 35s again. People have to realize that. You know, you don't want to come in all at one time. So she said, okay. She said, what do you recommend? I said, I can't tell you exactly what to do. I said, I don't have a crystal ball and saying you should drop this much. I said, if it was me though, I said, if I had $6,000 at a time to drop, I said, why not do it in 3 different transactions? I said, get around $2,000 worth today, come in next week, drop another 2, wait till the next week, drop another 2, and see where it goes, or wait a week in between. I said, and I'm not giving anybody financial advice here. All right? This is how you cost average your stacks. Or I said, do $1,000 now, do $1,000 next week, do $1,000. I said, however you want to do it, it's fine. But I says, we can't expect it to go up, and never fall back again, right? It's hard to explain to everybody the concept of cost averaging your stack. Some people don't agree with it. You should buy it all at one time. No, that is just crazy to think like that. You know, if you got to plan ahead. You know, I live in hurricane season. And for the people that live on the coastline of South Carolina and the North Carolina, parts of North Carolina, you do have a little bit of a system coming up your way. If you live in a low flood area, low line where it floods, be prepared. We should be prepared already. Don't wait for the next big storm to come, my friends. Get your supplies now. Little by little. I do it that way myself. So this is what I'm trying to tell this woman. And she finally got it. So she said, okay, I'll do $2,000 now. She says, can I call you Monday or Tuesday of next week? I says, you can call me anytime you want to. I gave her my personal cell phone number. I said, if you got questions, call me. Here's the shop's email. Here's my email. I give it my personal email. I give that to you guys all the time, my personal email. It's always in the description of every single video. People do reach out. I cannot give anybody financial advice. That's the biggest thing. You know, are we seeing an uptick? Are we going to see it go up Sunday night? Are we going to see it go up more next week? We got potential rate cuts coming up in July now, which I don't think it's going to be a big rate cut, but that could be enough to drive silver, gold, platinum up even higher. We got to keep mindful of what's going on. We got to watch what the Fed does. We got to keep an eye out for inflation. You know, got to keep an eye out for sales. You got to keep your eyes open. You can't have blindfolds on. You can't. Not this day and age. It's not kumbaya here, where it's rainbows and unicorns and everybody's just happy, that's not how the world works anymore. But we can look back, and before I was even born. Look at the TV shows were actually on air, like Sanford and Sons, like All in the Family, like the Jeffersons. Let me just talk about All in the Family real quick. A lot of these TV shows back then were talking about real life stuff that was happening in that time. You don't see that today. You don't see producers putting out that type of content in their shows anymore. And it's sad, because that was real life back then. All in the Family did touch on inflation. They talk about how hard they worked. Edith even had jobs from time to time. Michael, the son, the meathead, that's what Archie used to call him, was always in between jobs, it seems like. That was real life. Inflation's coming. Inflation's roaring its ugly head. It's been roaring its ugly head. So you got to keep patience with people. Try to educate them in the best way you know how. If somebody likes something, I use the Pepsi indicator. I get beat up on that sometimes. Pepsi's got too much sugar in it. Fine, pick something else that you like to eat or drink. Go back 10 years, go back 15 years. What did that product cost you back then? What did that product cost you now? Find something that somebody likes to eat or drink. That will change people's minds about silver and gold. That will get people to get the light bulb turned on and saying, we're right, this thing is losing value every single day. With silver. Gold. Well, we can say platinum's starting to make a run at it, right? Has hold its value. It's kept up with inflation for the most part. If you had this, it cost you a lot more than it did back 10, 15 years ago. You can't even go to the gosh darn Dollar Tree and get something for $1 anymore. Most of their stuff is $1.50. That's a 50% increase in a very short time period. Not everything is $1.50, but a lot of their items now is $1.50. Just think, 5 years ago, everything was $1 in that store. Not too long ago, they raised it to $1.25. Just recently, a lot of their store now is $1.50 plus. What is that telling you? Find your different ways to explain this to people in your lives. The more people we educate today, the less chances they're coming knocking on your door and say, I should have listened to you about silver and gold. I got no money. Can you help me out? You're going to make that choice, my friends. You're going to help that person out that you've been, talking with. They give you the googly eyes. They roll their eyes at you. They call you crazy. They call you every name in the book. They may give you a special finger. Whatever the case may be. It takes patience. Working in the coin shop, it takes patience. Especially with people that don't have any clue or concerned, because somebody told them about silver and gold. That they know. Sometimes, this is what I tell people at the shop. Okay? Bring them into a coin shop. Bring them into a coin shop. Ask the coin shop staff put a 10-ounce silver bar in their hands. Have them hold it. Tell them the value of this. I've just shown that this afternoon when I bought these. What they cost now. And it wasn't that long ago. It's almost cost, if you watch my video from this afternoon, I got 2 of these for $500.68. One of them now, it's over $444. I think that's a little high for a 10-ounce silver bar anyways. But even if it's $400, that's still a lot higher than I paid for these. Think about what I'm saying. This just proves it's dying. This proves it's losing value. It's not because silver and gold has gone up. Find any way, means, shape, form to get your friends and family educated. Get them to a coin shop. Take them to a coin show. Have other people they don't know educate them. Sometimes a perfect stranger sets the light bulb in action. That's how sometimes it works. Unfortunately, it's going to come from someone that they don't know because your friends, your family thinks you're crazy or going off the deep end somehow. Don't know nothing. Like my grandmother says, I don't know nothing about silver and gold. What are you doing? My aunt thinks, that I'm not qualified. Not qualified to work for a gosh darn coin shop. How much more qualified you need to be? Nobody needs to be qualified to teach people about silver and gold. Nobody knows everything about silver and gold. There's no expert out there. I don't like that word in this industry, expert. There's some knowledgeable people. Don't get me wrong. Like Andy Schectman, like Lynette Zane. I love those people. They do a great deed. They do a great service. I'm trying to provide somewhat of a service to my viewers. To get people educated. Trying to teach them. And we do get new people. That's why I ask you folks for the likes. Because the more you like, the more people come to view, the more people who subscribe, more people who shop at Pinbacks, and you get bigger giveaways from the channel. And it don't cost you a penny. I will never have a membership program on my channel where you pay $4.99 a month, $10.99, $49.99 a month to watch a special video, to have special logos next to your name. Nothing like that. I want this content to be free for everybody. I'll never take a sponsorship that will make me money off your sale. Pinbacks does not do that. They give me a monthly fee. That is what they give me. They give me a monthly pay. That's how Pinbacks works. That's what I like about Pinbacks. I don't want to make any money off your sale. I don't want to push anybody to buy silver, gold, or platinum. I can only tell you where the deals are. And I do that. Pinbacks is working with me very closely to bring you the best price possible. Can't always guarantee they got the cheapest price. They even said that. We don't even have the best price sometimes at the coin shop that I work for. Sometimes Pinbacks even beats us out at the coin shop price. That don't happen too often, but at times it can happen. It does happen. Okay? You gotta be careful where you're shopping, even at your local coin shop. Some coin shops are way too high on products. You got to know when you're buying, it's really not buying anything, it's you're converting into real money. That's a whole different ball game, because I don't want to go too long with this video, but that's a whole different story in a nutshell. But I'll touch that on in a moment. You're converting into real money. You're taking monopoly money and getting real money. If you need to convert back to monopoly money, and that's what I call monopoly money, make sure you're getting the best price. Make sure you call your local coin shop. If you don't like the offer, call Pinbacks up. Takes a little bit of work. You're going to pay the shipping to them. You might just get a better price overall. It might be worth the $10 with a little bit of insurance on it to ship it to Pinbacks in a flat rate box and get a little bit more in return. It might be the best bet. It may be your best bet to put it on eBay yourself. There's chances there too you gotta take. You can also sell it at a yard sale, a flea market. But beware of your local laws with that. Some states require a second-hand dealer's license. Anybody can get one. They're not that expensive. But so you don't get fined for it, make sure you know your local and state laws, my friends. Let's go touch on this one last thing. There are some videos out there, people say silver and gold are not money. Really? It's been money for 5,000 flipping years. Come again? It's not money. No, you can't take this to Walmart and get your goods at Walmart. Most places will not take silver and gold as payment. We know that. Okay. Some places do take silver, gold as payment. It's done locally in your local area. Like your farmers markets. Maybe your local butcher shop. Maybe your local mom and pop restaurants. Your localized restaurants. And I'm not talking about the chain restaurants, my friends. So don't confuse me saying that. Get to know the people in your local area. Educate them. They will have a step up. Show them my videos. They will have a step up. If they get educated and willing to accept silver and gold as payment now, they will have a step up when this thing does have its last breath. They will have a step up. Then guess what's going to happen? Maybe some of these bigger retail stores will start accepting silver and gold as payment. It started off with small businesses in this country. Corporations taking it all over for the most part. There are some mom and pop stores left. There are some mom and pop restaurants left. We got to support them too. We got to get them over this hurdle when the dollar does collapse. Let's educate the ones that built this country, started the country. Small business, number one. Not these big corporations like Walmart, Target, your big chain grocery stores, your big franchisee restaurants. Local, local, local. If you have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me in my email. It's always in every single description of every single video. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to you, the viewer. Yes, you, the viewer. Because it's not possible. This is not possible without you folks. One last time for the thumbs up. Help me out. That will get more people to come over. It works. Trust me. Coin Shop Chris is out. See you in the morning.